Hello, Generals. Nathan Trobaugh here again. We're here with another edition of the 5-Star News. We'll start this one off with some announcements and some weather, and we'll do that with our 5-Star News reporter Levi Wilson with What's Up Heritage.
What's up, Heritage? I'm Levi Wilson. I'm here to bring you 3 big announcements followed by this week's weather forecast. It's Spirit Week this week. Make sure you dress up. Monday is PJ Day, Tuesday is Rockstars vs. Rappers, Wednesday is Generations Day, Thursday is Student-Teacher Swap, and Friday is Pep Rally theme. See the school website for specifics. The HHS Homecoming Cornhole Tournament is on September 26th and will be hosted at the tennis court to raise money for Skills USA. $20 per team, employees get half off. Make sure to register by the 24th. Don't forget we have a football game against Northwest Whitfield at home at 7:30 Friday. $10 admission, and make sure you arrive a little bit early to beat the traffic. Now, onto this week's weather forecast. Tuesday, we have a high of 90 and a low of 68 with a 15% chance of rain. Wednesday, we have a high of 77 with a low of 65 and a 93% chance of rain. Thursday, we have a high of 75, a low of 65, and an 86% chance of rain. Friday, we have a high of 76, a low of 64, and a 94% chance of rain. And Saturday, we have a high of 81, a low of 63, and a 33% chance of rain.
Thanks, Levi. Good stuff as always. Stephen Solomon in the house now, and I'm sure most of you are aware of Heritage's first ever Rush Week last week. It was a long week event put on by our school's career and tech department in an attempt to raise numbers for membership in their CTSO clubs. How did it turn out? Let's take a look back at what turned out to be a great week.
So CTA Rush Week concluded on Friday with an excellent field day. We had a lot of great participation. We hope to do it again next year. It was an awesome time. Make sure to pay your club dues. If you're in one of these organizations, keep paying your dues and get involved. There's a lot of good things that are going to happen.
Which was a week to inform students about all the opportunities we have with our career tech student organizations. Went really well. We did an activity each day last week during lunch. All kinds of different events and activities, and gave out information so that students would know what we have to offer. The week culminated with a half-day field day out on the practice field, which was a lot of fun.
You're here with Brock Capehart and Riley Garrison, and we're here to tell you about the CTAE Rush Week. Riley, did you have a lot of fun?
I did. It was great. We played a bunch of games. We were, goofing off. We had a giant tug of war through all the CTA clubs, and
we won it.
You already know FFA came out on top.
Overall, we had a lot of growth in our CTSOs. We saw double-digit increases in students, and which was the whole point, was to get students interested in what we have to offer here at Heritage. So it was a great week, a great turnout, and students seemed to have a really good time with some of the events we had planned for them.
Looked like they all had good times. Great job, y'all. Nate Trobaugh back now, and our girls flag football team spent the past few weeks doing more than just practicing for their season opening jamboree that takes place later today. They've also been having a fundraiser to raise pet food for the Chattanooga Animal Shelter, and last Friday the coaches took the girls up to Chattown to deliver the food. Our cameras followed along and captured the delivery and what it meant for our team and the folks at the shelter.
All right, so we went last Friday to Chambliss Children's Center, and we helped clean up around their playground and things like that. And it was pretty cool because we ended up meeting the Tennessee director of the United Way, which was their day of giving. So it kind of worked out. It ended up being actually better than we anticipated. After that, we went to Humane Ed Society. We gave several bags of dog food and cat food. Then they took us to a playpen, and we played with puppies for a while, which was pretty sweet. And a lot of the girls enjoyed that and rolled around like a bunch of psychos. After that, we had lunch at Top Golf, and the girls got out there and drove some golf balls down the range and played a little putt-putt. So overall, it was a great trip, and we enjoyed it.
It was amazing. We donated a lot of dog and cat food, and we got to play with some puppies, but the best part was just the donating.
Good story right there. Congrats to our flag football team for making a difference in our community.
Yep, nicely done, you guys. Gage Brewer and Bree Wilson here now, and we spent some time yesterday talking to members of our Legion Generals band who spent last Saturday at a competition in Clinton, Tennessee.
And if you know anything about Mr. Wynn, the Legion of Generals, you should know if they enter our competition, they're going to leave with the hardware.
And Clinton, Tennessee was no different. Grand champs again. Let's hear from Mr. Wynn and some of the band members.
This afternoon, the Heritage High School Legion of Generals went to Clinch River Classic in Clinton, Tennessee, and faced off against 27 bands for our first competition of the year. We finally marched our show at 9:15 p.m. Before we had an awards assembly that met at 10:30.
So I'm really proud of how we did on Saturday, and none of us actually thought we were going to win because it's been a rough start to the season. But we pulled through, and I'm just really proud of us and what we've done so far in this season.
Where we realized we were the grand champions for the entire competition. So of the 27 bands, the Legion of Generals reigned supreme. It was pretty exciting. Got back to school about 2 in the morning, cleaned up, went home. We did have judges' tapes and plenty of things that we need to work on and fix for our next competition, which is this Saturday at Bradley Central up in Cleveland, where we'll face off against another group of bands, and we'll try to defend our grand championship from last year.
Thanks and congrats to the band. One of the many titles, I'm sure, for those guys and girls. Time for a break now, but when we return, we'll look at the big region win over Ridgeland last Friday in sports, and we'll have a few entertainment segments as well. Don't go away, sports is next.
Brooklyn here, and are y'all in need for some exclusive heritage gear? If so, go see Miss Gray for some more information.
Miss Gray, what were you selling at the theater?
The theater department is selling spirit gear this year for the football games. We're going to be at the football games, and we also will sell them right before the pep rallies. We have pom-pom shakers, thunder sticks, some stickers, some tattoos, spirit ribbons for each home game and the Ringgold game, so make sure to get your heritage spirit gear.
Welcome to sports, everyone. Jeff Green here, and I'm talking Generals football on this Tuesday. Coach Slaughter and his squad was over in Ridgeland last Friday night to take on a Panther team that hadn't won in over 30 football games. Could our Generals get the job done? Let's take a look at the game recap. Generals fired up and ready to take on the Panthers over in Rossville, Georgia last Friday night on a beautiful night for football. But it was the Panthers that got on the scoreboard first as number 4 Jadarius Hinton powers in from 1 yard out. 7-0 Ridgeland midway through the second quarter. But that lead wouldn't last long. In fact, about 20 seconds as on the ensuing kickoff, Cody Bryan takes the lateral from Luke Fitzsimmons, gets down the right sideline, makes about 4 guys miss, comes back this way, gets away again, gets a few blocks, and he gets into the end zone on one of the most incredible kickoff returns you'll ever see. 78 yards for the touchdown, and this game's all tied up at 7.
Special teams are huge for us. Coach A did a great job. The throwback for the touchdown, Cody made some incredible plays on that.
Cody's a stud, but we're all aware of that. But yeah, I think special teams played a huge role, if not the reason we won tonight. So I'm grateful for Coach A, and I'm grateful for his coaching and for giving us the ability to win a game tonight. So
the Generals would add a Jake Collette field goal just before the half and take a 10-7 lead to intermission. Third quarter now, and the General special teams does it again. Here on the kickoff, the Ridgeland Panthers forget to recover the ball. It sits on the 1 yard line. They try to pick it up. Fitzsimmons hits him. The ball's loose. Noah Pierce recovers it. It's not a touchdown, but the Generals would get the ball at the 1. And one play later, Braden Slaughter would score. 17-7 Generals lead this one. The Panthers won't go away, however. Here, Hinton takes the handoff and races 55 yards untouched to score. 17-14 Generals, and we're still in the third quarter. Generals on offense now, and Caden Height would find Fitzsimmons over the middle for a 22-yard pass that sets up the Generals at the 1 yard line. Slaughter would score again from the 1, 24-14 Heritage as we head to the fourth quarter. You would think that's ball game, right? Wrong. The Generals' pass will be picked off by number 12, Zion Jackson. He returns at 20 yards for a touchdown. It's 24-21 Heritage now with the lead. Ridgeland would get the ball and have a chance to tie or win, but this fourth down play is completed to Jackson. He does not make it to the line to gain, and the Generals hold on for a nail-biter, 24-21. And we talked to Coach Slaughter and a few players after the game.
Just made a lot of mistakes. Really just not a clean game, but it's great to get the win, so I'm thankful for that.
We won, but I just have that feeling we need to clean up a lot of stuff. Penalties almost killed us this game. Fumbles, just individual mistakes. We just need to really clean that up if we're going to do good this year.
As the scoreboard says, 24-21, but you know what? We won. That's all that matters. I'm so blessed to be a part of this team.
1-0, got a big region game coming up, big rivalry game. We got a couple guys banged up tonight, so we're going to have to do some homework and figure out what that's going to look like. So, but yeah, it's a good night.
Thanks, Coach Green. Bria and Nate back now for some volleyball news.
Coach Cooper and her girls will host senior night tonight later at the Taj.
Yep, it'll be the final home game for our senior group that is 20-4 right now in the season.
We talked to Coach Coop and a few of those seniors about what tonight means to them.
So Tuesday we play at home for our final region matches against Adairsville and Northwest Whitfield. That will be our senior night. We will have our senior night ceremony before our 7 o'clock match, which will be against Northwest. I'm just really, really proud of these seniors and everything that they've done this season so far. They've set very high goals for themselves and for our team, and I know that if we come out and play well on Tuesday, we can carry that momentum into region tournament, which will be in a couple weeks. So I'm excited to see what they do. I think that there's going to be a student section that night, and I think the theme might be neon. So please come out. If you've never come to a volleyball game, this will be a great time to come out.
And I'm really excited. We have done really good this past season. I think our record is 20-5 or maybe 19-5. The only teams that we've lost to are big Atlanta teams that we won't be seeing in state and in region playoffs. So really excited. I think that we can continue to have a lot of energy on the court even when we're playing like low-level teams. But yeah, overall the season has been really good, and super excited for senior night tomorrow.
Hey guys, I'm Talented 4. Welcome back to 5-Star Pick'ems. This is 7th edition. Now let's go on to Connor Sparks with our standings and scores.
And now on to the standings. Mr. Lee went 3-0, Carter Smith went 3-0, Evan Peel went 3-0, Coach Broom went 2-1, Bobby went 2-1, Nate Trobaugh went 1-2, True Johnson went 2-1, and Money Tebow went 1-2. Now in last week's games, Tennessee won 25 to Oklahoma 15. USC lost 24 to Michigan 27, and Utah won 22 to Oklahoma State running 19. And sadly, since Nate Trobaugh and Money Tebow went 1-2, which are the lowest scores on this week's standings, they are now eliminated. Now, on to Maddox.
For this week's games, we have Ohio State versus Michigan State, Georgia versus Bama, Louisville versus Notre Dame, and come back next Friday to see who the Generals pick.
Thanks for sports, everyone. Maggie and Brooke here now for our first entertainment segment of the show today.
Yes, and we're having another segment of Beat the Heat. And in this segment, Emily Dameron will be beating the Heat in a Guess the Celebrity contest.
Looks like my dad.
Tom Cruise. John Cena.
Maggie Meadows.
No, that's Ed Sheeran.
Taylor Swift.
Selena Gomez.
Megan Trainor. Angelina Jolie.
What's her name? Off American Idol. Katy Perry.
Sia. Adele. Timothy Chalamet.
I have no idea who that is.
Timothy Black.
Big Money.
Skip.
Just, no, I don't like that one.
Blue.
That's Jeff Green.
Brianna stays perfect on the year. Andrew Romero here now, and we finally put the Boogie Bandit segment to rest for the semester. And me and my crew are now back with our latest show.
We have our new segment called HHS Trick Shots, and we pulled off a few gems this week, so let's see how they did.
Let's get to it.
Alright guys, this is the backpack drop shot. LA Generals stay by us, the phone caddy flip.
Let's go! Hear that? Let's go! Hear that?
That's all for today's show. But until we have a brand new report for you on Friday, have a great rest of your week, and as always, stay classy, Heritage.